Hi quilting friends, I'm Edyta from Laundry Basket Quilts. Welcome to Quilting Window Live. I know it's Thursday, but I did not want to skip this week live show. I wanted to connect with you guys, so we moved the show to Thursday because I'm going to be traveling this weekend. Somebody super special is getting married on Saturday. I don't know if you remember my Anna's best friend Katie. She is getting married and we're gonna go and celebrate with her. So forgive me that I'm not gonna be here tomorrow, but I have to make sure that I witness this special day for our Katie. And remember, Katie, she is the wonderful young girl that many of you have made the American flag blocks, and we made it together into a quilt, and we gifted Katie when her mom passed away. So she loves her quilt. She was so thankful, and she's such a good friend with Anna, and it kept in touch with me. I cannot wait to see her on Saturday in her full glory. Now, we have not only wedding happen this weekend, we have other fun stuff happening. One of my favorite things that it's happening right now is I'm getting ready for back to school event with you guys. Yes, all the videos are ready, set, go. Everything is prepped. I am so looking forward to it. And in case you don't know what it's the back to school event, we are creating 12 days workshop. In every day you're gonna learn, explore, practice, and enjoy some fun, simple block. The quilt that we're gonna be making is our Valley Ranch quilt, and we have a pattern. You don't need anything except the pattern. If you wanted to, we do have stunning kits. So we have a pattern called Valley Ranch. In the pattern, you have all the directions where start shipping our patterns, our kits. So everything is already done, ready, set, go for you guys. You need a pattern. You need to join us on the 2nd of September. If you would like to get a Scrappy kit, or my favorite, and I'm using this kit, is the pre-cut kit. Every block is pre-cut for you, but when we tape the videos, the first video that I did is all the 101 basic on cutting. I think a lot of you guys going to enjoy that. I took my time because I want to spend the time and share with you any important information that you needed to be successful in making a beautiful quilt. The Valley Ranch quilt and the kits are so much fun. The pre-cut one especially, because everything is cut for you. We laser cut it, exact measurements. You can really practice your 1/4 inch seam allowance, and it's doable in 12 days. So I know you can do it if you can find 15 minutes to a half an hour a day for yourself to sit down and sew. You're gonna have a fantastic time. But guess what? If you don't have the time and you cannot sit down for 12 days, guess what you can do? Get the kit, get the pattern, save all the videos, and do 12 weeks. Find a half an hour a week for yourself. Watch all the videos when we are doing them for the 12 days, 2nd of September to 13th of September. But you can go ahead and actually make the quilt in a longer time, wherever you can do it in your leisure. So do not miss out on the kits. I highly recommend. Their price so nice. Go ahead to our website at Laundry Basket Quilts and grab a kit. But in case you love the pattern and you are crazy about our English garden fabric, it was one of our latest collection that it's the like a big collection with gorgeous plum and teals and beautiful blacks. It has that English garden, the moody feel to it. It is beautiful. Guess what? I have a surprise for you for this weekend. It's starting today. So you have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. When you type the word deal, you get extra 10% on all the pre-cuts. And today, I'm gonna have a little contest, and I'm going to ask 3 fun questions. So pay attention to everything that we're doing. And your door prizes are Charm Pack, Fet 8, and your big prize is Fet Quarter. And speaking of door prizes, remember that after the 12 days of our the course of the classes, our back to school, we're gonna have a graduation, and at the graduation we're gonna have door prizes for you during our big live show where we can show you the whole quilt and talk about the machine or hand quilting, and then treat you for incredible door prizes. So it's gonna be important that as you're making your blogs, make sure you post them, because with every post, with every tag, with every share, you are going to be entered to our drawings for that last day for graduation, where you're gonna be getting door prizes. So more about that on our website. For now, all that you need to do, rest because it's summer, but start thinking, are you ready to get back to school and grab some fabric and enjoy some new fun lesson or old lessons where we can refresh all of those basics of quilting. These lessons are perfect for any quilters, for beginners, advanced, any quilters. So pattern, fabrics, you can choose kits, you can have a regular kit or pre-cut kit, and or if you want to get the pattern and enjoy the 10% off and get an English Garden bundle and make the quilt in English Garden. Or maybe you already have a bundle from Laundry Basket, you can go ahead and use that one. I know no matter what you're going to do, you're gonna have fun. And guess what? If you have a fat quarter bundle and there is not enough fabric in it, make sure you enjoy some of the other fabrics and mix and match, because sometimes when there is opportunity where you struggle with something, it's an opportunity that you make your own turn and make something beautiful the way how you like it. So that's for the quilt along that we have coming up. Like I said, everything is on our website, so go visit. The kits are beautiful. But now, today's show, I want to talk about some scrappy quilts, because a lot of you love my wall of scrappy quilts. You have given me so many likes, so many views on Instagram. So I thought, why not? I'm going to start pulling stack after stack from that wall and share with you some of my older scrappy quilts. What is the rule of thumb when I'm making a scrappy quilt? I love all my scraps. If you don't have a lot of scraps, I have a fun ideas for some bundles for you, like a scrappy bundle light and scrappy bundle dark. Those bundles are always my favorite for any scrappy quilts. We have them on our website. There is 60 fat 8 in each of the bundles, 60 fat 8 in light and 60 fat 8 in dark. Those bundles are wonderful. We also have kits for some of the scrappy quilts, but one of the most important things that I like to use it in my scrappy quilts is background fabric. And I'm gonna keep this bundle, and I promise you guys that we're gonna talk about some backgrounds. So I'm gonna keep this bundle to just show you some values. But if you go to our website, we have incredible fabrics for backgrounds, so gorgeous. We even have a one that is 108 inches wide. So if you're planning a big applique quilt, you don't have to have a seam in the middle. That big, that fabric is perfect to just cut it exactly what you needed for your quilt and then start appliquing. So I'm gonna keep this bundle, and we're gonna talk about the backgrounds in the end of the show. I'm gonna put it right next to me so I don't forget it. So stay tuned, and I'm gonna teach you some fun things about the backgrounds, how the background impact the way how your quilt look. If you want the colors to pull back a little bit, use a little bit darker, taupier, dreamier background. But if you want the design to pop, use a lighter background. So we're gonna go through some scrappy quilts and talk about the backgrounds in it, and also some of the quilts that I have here, as well as I'm gonna pull it out of the bundle, some examples of good backgrounds. But if you want a good background, go to our website. So speaking of English Garden, we have some lovely kits. The kits are not on sale, so I don't want you to get confused, but because we only have few left. So if you want a kit, we cannot make more of the English Garden kits, but you can get bundles. Those are on sale. But for kids, what we have, for example, the checkerboard kit. This one is such a simple, such a fun quilt. And notice the background in that one, a little bit dreamier, a little bit taupier. It's so pretty, a lot of fun lights in this kit. And if you wanted to, we do have this one on our website, and the pattern is also there. That quilt is 60 inches by 72 inches. Many of you ask me that I make sure that I do the sizes of the quilts. Another fantastic English garden kit is this one, and it calls English garden because it truly is like organizing English garden. The center, the low path, low zigzag going around. Many of the pieces you do not have to piece it like the 6-point stars or the hexagons, because they're already pre-printed for you, and you just cut them out of the panel, and that way you set it in. So this quilt is just stunning, and you can get it done very quickly because of the pre-printed pieces, but do have this incredible look to your quilt. So we do have kits, English garden kits, and all this pre-printed fabric is included in it, so that way you can just go ahead and cut and enjoy in your quilt. I love this one. Now another fun scrappy quilt is the one that is behind me. I'm gonna put our valley range to the side for just a moment. But this one, a flower box is right here, and I love this quilt because it has this charming basket. This is one of my original designs. It's not an antique quilt. Yep, I actually made this quilt a long time ago. But because I saw it on Pinterest, somebody posted and said, oh, look at this antique quilt. Thank you. It's incredible compliment. If I could make quilts that look like antique quilts, I love that. So this one, and it is because I'm using the darker, the taupier, the like really moody, like tea-dyed fabrics in this quilt, but the look of the quilt feels vintage because of the background. Like I said, if you wanted the colors to sink in, a little bit darker. And with this quilt, first lesson, if you're choosing a background for a quilt, like this, and you have two different blocks, you have your baskets and you have your applique on the sides, and you want to define the border a little bit, like make it a little bit stand out, make sure you use the two different fabrics so you give that special place for your border. And in this case, I'm using a simple polka dot for here, and for here I'm using a big print. I love the big prints that are tone on tone, because when you put an applique over, it looks like there is a shadow to my applique into the background. Just love that. And I've seen that recently other people love to put a little embroidery over this beautiful printed fabrics. I think that's such a nice personal touch to the quilt. But this one is super fun. It's based on 45-degree diamonds set into the basket, two handles. Those are also appliqued, and then this is appliqued right here. We have a flower box pattern available on our website, and I think the English garden would look stunning in it. Or you can get one of our scrappy bundles, scrappy lights, scrappy darts, and make it more scrappy. But I like it that this quilt is kind of pulled together by the background. Some quilts I do everything scrappy, but sometimes you need something to anchor the scrappiness. And in this case, it's your background and the browns in your baskets that holds the scrappiness. If I would go scrappy everywhere and have this in multicolors and here blue, yellow, purple, it would be too much. You needed something to anchor down the scrappiness. So that is a flower box. Now another fun pattern that we have it on the table today is Georgiana, and that quilt is behind Erin today. She has two beautiful quilts behind her, and Erin wanted me to remind you guys as we're gonna go to her, we forgot to announce our winner for our Fat 8 bundle. And guess what? Erin has that information. So Erin, who was our winner for our Fat 8 bundle from our last show?
So what we did is I compiled everyone that posted and shared on Facebook and Instagram.
You're so good with that, Erin.
Aw,
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. So right after live show, I'm going to update that post. So if you were there and you commented and shared with your friends and tagged, I'm going to update that. So look at the caption and the person's winner, because some people don't have their like actual first and last name. So we're going to tag you because you may not be watching here as well.
Yeah.
But so go to that right after the show and we're going to update that with the winner
And
for
we're
the
gonna
Twinkle
tag
Fat
you.
8 bundle.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So another little surprise, go to our Instagram. I'm going to update the post so that way the winner will be announced right there. Now, Georgina is right behind Erin, and this one is stunning. But this time, look at what I used for the background, a yellow. Instead of using an off-white or light, I used a yellow because there's some 4 patches and that are low patches, low squares that are light. So I needed something that will give that contrast. So sometimes for a backgrounds don't always have to be off-white or light. There could be another color like a yellow or a green or something that gives you the accent to whatever you're doing to defy your blocks and make them stand out. So in this case, to me, that yellow was a perfect touch to the quilt. It warmed up all of the scraps because I had a lot of blues, a lot of reds. So I thought, oh yeah, and I want to show off the little light patches in that quilt. Georgina is such a simple quilt. I get so many compliments on it. And the quilt that I'm working on it right now, I call it my therapy quilt. It's also as low squares, a low stem quilt. Yes, I will share more about that quilt with you. I'm getting ready to see how I can show it to you and present it to you. So that way, if you wanna, you can do it with me. But Georgina, super fun quilt to use your scraps. And for that one, again, you could use light bundle, dark bundle for all the scraps, but then go to our website, find a perfect yellow, and we have dreaming yellow in our English garden. Let me show you those 2 yellows, and we have it as a yardage. Are so creamy, so beautiful. I really like them. So if you want a good yellow, that's what we have. And there's a yellow from our beautiful collection called Seamstress. It's still on our website. We have Seamstress few months ago that came out. It was our last year's block of the month. So that one is very fun too. All right, let's keep going. Now, I have another wonderful pattern called Slow and Steady. I have the quilt right next to me, and in Slow and Steady you don't have a background, but you have the contrast between light and a dark. And I created this fun design by spinning. It's an ocean wave block, but set in with a 60-degree triangle. I'm gonna show you the quilt in a little bit. In this case, I'm using scraps. So bundle like Scrappy Lights and Scrappy Dark, it's perfect. Would this quilt look better if I just use one for the light? I have to be honest with you, I tried it and I didn't like it as much. I like the scrappy look to it. It really made the spin, and it was more interesting with the definite just light. And how I know many times I digitally create the quilts before I make the quilt. But as I was playing with this design, I knew it. I have to have light and a dark and all scraps. So a nice variety of scraps like this is perfect for that quilt. Slow and steady. But I am getting ready to recolor this quilt in something super special. We have a new collection called Dahlia that is gonna come out in the fall, and I think Dahlia is gonna be perfect for this one. Scrappy chevron, you can't go wrong with this one. And this one is a perfect example because I included multiple backgrounds to create additional lines going through the quilt. So you have all the fun scraps for just your 4 patches, but then inside there's additional backgrounds that you're gonna use it, and with those you're gonna give a extra movement to your quilt. Look at this. You can use your backgrounds to create another story into your quilts, just like I did here. I use a different background for here and different for here to separate and give a little swoop to my border. Now, Petite Pal that it's hanging right there, it's another just scraps. And again, for this one, I love the variety that we have a mix of backgrounds and mix of colors that goes on it. I think that makes a really fun, successful scrappy quilt. And in this case, there wasn't an area that I want to like just show and pop it. I wanted to all of it melt beautifully together. And a lot of times I also use batiks and prints together in one quilt. Now, love at the first sight, we definitely needed some backgrounds to push some other parts of the quilts. In the 9 patches, I want to have a great selection of lights, so I have a nice design going through those 9 patches, but the backgrounds for my baskets were important, that they stand out against the setting triangles that create that zigzag border around it. We do have incredible kit for you guys with all the stunning backgrounds, beautiful browns, gorgeous lights. Look at the teals and beautiful lights for your patches. This kit is so beautiful, and the pattern is available on our website. It was also available through our book, Handful of Scraps, that sold out and was one of our best-selling books. We are hoping to have some of our bestsellers reprinted, and I will talk to you about that a little bit more later on. Now let's keep going. We have a 911. 911 is another fun scrappy quilt, and I brought it today because I wanted to show you how the light in the background of the points really stand out and pushes those delicate points, and it was important to do that because I put so much work to it, so I wanted something lovely. So I'm gonna pull the quilt closer for just a moment, but later on I'm gonna have a great trunk show. But look at all those points. So these lights were important. I didn't want to do a dark, but is it better to do one color or scrappy? I'm gonna let you decide on that one. For me, the scrappy look was the best, but also guess why I did it this way? Because I didn't have enough money to buy a lot of one fabric. Those were my days. I made this quilt quite a few years ago when 9/11 happened, and it was at that time I had 3 small children, so I only got little bit of extra pennies to spend it on fabrics, and it was all scraps, so I did it with what I got. So another, choose your background as you can. Sometimes we cannot get a one beautiful piece, but sometimes we have to. For example, for this beautiful applique quilt called Reaching Out, a gorgeous light background must, because you're gonna put so much work into the applique, you want it to stand out. But when you're choosing your background for applique, look at the other components in a quilt. For example, the little 9 patches here. You want to choose a 1 tone lighter of the fabric for your patches, because I don't want them to get lost in the background. I want them to stand out and glow and sparkle on my quilt. So notice the lights in here in those 9 patches comparing to the background into the quilt. And we do have another incredible, fabulous kit, and this fabric is from our Joy collection, and it's so nice with the gorgeous little designs and little branches. One of my favorites right now that we have. And notice all of the cute little lights for your little patches, so that way you're gonna have a beautiful light glow through those. We have such a nice kit with gorgeous browns, beautiful fabric for all of the patches and the appliques, so you can enjoy this one to the fullest. Now, sunrise scraps, huge that you get a good background for this one, because all the scrappy triangles between light and, I have the kit right here, the lights and the darks for all of the scrappy quarter square triangles, but then the sashing that it's also background in this quilt needs to be one fabric, because everything else is so crazy, so multicolors. You need something to, again, use your sashing as the anchor to what's happened there, and also use your applique as kind of pulled together. Love this quilt, one of my original designs. I just so much enjoy it. And look at the kit, how many beautiful, gorgeous fabric you have to be able to make this one, and also the sashing that is right in there. So nice. I think it's stunning. So another beauty. I'm cleaning up the table because we're gonna have a lovely trunk show, and yes, it looks like a fall spill into my table with all my cute little notions. Those are my girls. Look at the team that picked it up. I have a cute little fox for my needle threader. I'm telling you, every time the girls pull up notions, I'm ready to pack everything and take it home with me, and I can't do that. Michael is gonna no, he's not gonna let me go in the door anymore if I bring any more mushrooms and any more scissors. But it's so cute. The girls pick the cutest little fox, and he's a needle threader. Oh, so sweet. I love it. It's so cute. Now the girls also picked this cute little mushroom to if you are knitter, and just wait, I'm gonna show you something for knitting. You're gonna love it. We just got it. Look at this. Isn't this incredible? It's a brand new scarf. Okay, and we have this yarn. We do have it. It is so soft, so delightful. Guys, you're gonna wanna try this. It's so simple to make the scarf. It's nice and big. You can make it smaller if you wanna. But I have some other cute little goodies in here because I want to show you some knitting stuff that we just got. But back, let's focus. So this little mushroom, when you're knitting and you have to hold a stitch, you can put on that stitch and it holds for you as you're finishing other area. So this is super fun. I love my little mushroom collection. Those are little pincushion. You can get one, you can get two, you can stitch them together if you want it and add something more to it. You can create your whole little family of pincushions, and we have really cute pincushion bases out of wood, not this one but other ones that you can put 3 mushroom in it and it will hold really nice. This pincushion is already finished for you and you just get it on our website. Those are from Japan, but I love this little pincushion fun. I'm gonna add a little pincushion to all my bundles that you guys going to win today. I have to do all different colors. Perfect. And what else the girls brought it for me in Notions? Seam ripper. Guys, where was the seam ripper when I needed? Check this out. Did you see this? It has a light in it. So you just, you know how you're trying to pull that one little thread and you just needed it. Look at how good it is. You can see it so well. This is gonna be definitely going home with me. And if you wanna, we also have that tiny little cutie patootie. I love it that it has that little rubber end on it. It's so easy to hold it. So that's another little seam ripper. One of my favorite embroidered threads. I brought them today because I'm getting on the road, so I know I'm gonna be doing embroidery. And there are pins, magnetic pins that I can go ahead, put my needle on it, and I'm not gonna lose it. I have 2 quilts that I'm gonna try to do binding as I'm on a road. You're gonna maybe see some pictures of me binding on a plane, binding on a road, doing all the binding, and a tiny little scissors. I don't think they're gonna let me take them with me on my carry-on, but the tiny little scissors are always handy when you travel in a car or anywhere else, because they're so small and so adorable. And look how cute they look with this sweet little blue pincushion. I love this color, so pretty. So all those fun little things, I'm gonna put them to the side. I don't want to lose them in my quilts as I'm showing you some beautiful quilts. But before we go to quilts, we have just few more sweet little items, and one of the items is our flower garden kit and a pattern. If you ever want to make this quilt, now is the time. The kit is so beautiful. It's packaged in 2 bags. It's so big. I love, love, love. And this is a perfect example of using your background as the frame and using your background to kind of hold everything together and really showcase the applique. So flower garden, another incredible quilt. Now, as I said, we're having a special on our beautiful bundles from English Garden. I'm gonna keep them on a table, and I wanted to point to you that we do have some stunning books for Scrappy Quilts. If you want a good book for Scrappy Quilts, Scrappy Fireworks, love, it's incredible. One of the quilts from this book is this one right here, and I love this book because it has so many beautiful all original projects that you can go ahead and enjoy it. Another quilt that you probably already are in love with it, this one is also in this book. So if you wanted to go to our website, the photography was done in Shipshewana, Indiana, and what it's fabulous, right? The first pictures, step by step, 8-point star. My favorite way of doing 8-point stars, so easy, so fun. And from then on, you have this selection of beautiful quilts, from big ones to small ones. This is the one that is right here, and I love the photography because it was done like I said, in Shipshewana, Indiana, where there is a lot of Amish families, and I love going there. It's so relaxing, so just peaceful. If you ever get a chance, you have to go. It's a good spot to go. Look at how sweet this quilt is on the table. Oh, I love that sunshine box with all of the gorgeous little triangles. And notice this. The triangles is what it glows through the quilt. You have your light fabric, you have your dark fabric, you have this medallion look and everything spinning around, but it is so much fun to sometimes use other fabric, but just light beige for your background fabric. But for appliques, and I brought this quilt to share with you, for appliques, for sure you want to have a nice background. Look at all of those gorgeous quilts that I have it here. Oh, and look at this pink. Isn't that beautiful? I want to see if there's another right there. Look at this quilt. And again, the pink sets the blocks on success, push them up. So fun, so fun. So if you want to go to our website, we have the books called Scrappy Fireworks. Another incredible book is Patches of Scraps, and this book is full of gorgeous scrappy antique quilts in the beginning, and then we move on to all those beautiful quilts, and one of them is the flower box. So if you don't want to get a pattern, you want a book because you want a MOA quilts, this is the book to go. We have a wildflower. This is one of my favorite books. It has so many gorgeous quilts, including my pineapple quilt that I wanted to show you today, and I couldn't find it, so I have to go and search where did it hide. But wonderful, wonderful book published by Martingale. I'm so thankful I got a chance to work with them. They were such an incredible family to work, such a good people to work with. So I love this book. So Patches of Scraps and Scrappy Fireworks are two of the books that if you're looking for scrappy quilts and you want to get in a little bit of quilting, both books are very good because not only you have great amount of patterns and quilts in it to inspire you, but as I showed you our Scrappy Fireworks, I put a lot of effort that the front pages are full of very important information: how to make 8-point star, how to make half square triangle, how to do strip piecing. all these fun things that I think you would enjoy it in your quilting journey. Last week I showed you Pennsylvania Star. We do have kits for this one. Guys, this is going to be epic. This quilt is stunning. If you want a kit, go to our website. I love for you to enjoy yourself there and find something that you want to do. Another star that it's available on our website, it's the Let It Shine, and this one we have kits both in sewing basket collection as well as we have scrappy kits, so you can go ahead and grab off one of those kits. I pulled some bundles that I want to share with you, and one of the bundles that I have pulled for today is our pumpkin bundle. Okay, I don't know why the pumpkins for me have the oranges, but sometimes I go to the pumpkin patch, and do you love, like me, the pumpkins that are the white ones with just a little like a cement pink into it? So in pumpkin patch I included the oranges, but also some soft beautiful pinks, and I also threw some teals because the gourds, they always have that like a silver teal to me, so that's what's inspired me when I go to a pumpkin patch. It's not the like true orange, I'm more at the pink, the grays, the teals, and my pumpkin garden is just full of it. Pumpkins pattern is a super fun pattern to use it with this bundle, but pumpkin patch is pumpkin roll is just generic roll of all different fun fabrics that I think you can use for pumpkins. And speaking of pumpkins, we just got those cute little pillows for you to be able to decorate your home with it, and there are 3 pumpkins on this pillow: green, orange, and darker orange right here. I think that is so sweet. We have the big pillows, and thanks to you guys, we sold out in like 5 minutes of them. So we will have more. We put another order. Be patient. They're so nice. They're all needle pumps, so it's a really fun pillow to put it with your pillows. But we also have a pillow talk book. You can make your own pillows if you would like to. I always like to do that. Now, can you make the elephant quilt with the pumpkin roll? Yes, and your elephants would be that gray, silver, yellow, and pink. So you could use this roll for this beautiful pattern. But if you wanted to, we also have the English garden layer cake in this kit for our elephants. It is so stunning. Pictures on our website, so if you want it, you can go ahead and make that with the English garden. We do have a kit, and I just taught you how to make the umbrella, and it's very similar. Elephants are very similar to do it, and we have the stencil. So if you missed yesterday our awesome video about dancing umbrellas, you have to go to YouTube channel and watch that video because it was so good. Don't forget that we have incredible Fabric Club and also Little Quilts Club. And Little Quilts Club, the girls and guys are getting this month this beautiful summer star. We're finishing summer with the incredible boom on those gorgeous quilts. If you want to sign for Little Quilts Club, please do so. Next month's quilt is stunning. I always wanted to make that one with you. It's the cutest pink baskets. Guys, you're gonna want to make that one. So sign up for our Little Quilts Club. It's so easy, and if you don't know how to do it, call our customer service. Our girls, Lisa, Cindy, and Veronica are waiting to hear from you and are anxious to help you if you ever have any problems. 2 of our girls are remotely, and 1 of our girls are in an office, and we're so thankful that we get those girls to help you put orders. So speaking of fall, I picked those fall few bundles. I told you about it. And I have the Super Stash Fall Bundle, and we have a beautiful jelly roll that has the fall colors. So I grabbed those. I thought you maybe are thinking about some leaves or some pumpkins or all this fun stuff. But I had a lot of questions lately about our canvas panels. And yes, I'm getting ready for some more fun and exciting projects from our canvas panels. We have 6 of them right now on our website. What is a canvas panel? It's a piece of fabric that we print on canvas material, and it's a little stiffer, and it is perfect for heavier projects like bags, like pouches, like all different fun things. You can make Christmas stockings. So you could, I showed a bunch of fun projects, but I'm going to be making some few other projects. I needed a new bag, and I thought, oh, we have to use those panels and enjoy it. If you want it, you can go ahead, put a backing on it, gentle. I would do a flannel instead of bedding, so it's not too thick, and you can use this as a low table topper. But if you want it, just trimming a little bit down and adding a low edges, and you have a beautiful placemat. So this kind of projects are so much fun for the household. I love that they're a little bit heavier and they don't crinkle as much. There is a mix of a tiny bit of polyester in this fabric, so when you make a bag, it's not crinkle, it's easy to use it, and it's very durable. So those are our panels. If you want it, go ahead to our website and enjoy them, and I'll be showing you more fun projects with those. And look at this, we came to the end of our goodies, but I have to show you this. So I showed you the scarf. This is so beautiful. Look at how stunning it is. And the scarf is made with 2 rolls. You have this, the multicolor one. Do you recognize the colors? Look at that blue is in it. We don't carry a lot of it. This is just so stunning, and I picked what I love so I could enjoy it. And I thought maybe you wanted to have some of it too. That's why we put it online. And what I did is I chose this as the accent with it to stretch the colors a little bit. But now, if you just get one and you're gonna just make a small scarf, one is enough for just a very small delicate scarf. The colors are beautiful, and you can go simple. You can crochet, you can knit, but you maybe get excited, and instead of a scarf, you're gonna want to make something super special like this little cutie. What it's a tiny little shirt for little one. Look at this, the little buttons. Isn't that fun? So simple. We have some fun easy patterns that you can get it from our website, and if we get a chance, we're gonna be doing a blog about it. Look at how sweet it is. Or you can get few of those and make a beautiful sweater for yourself. I think that should be the next thing we arrange, that I get a sweater for me out of this. But for now, we got just to show you what you get out of the one of those yarns. You can get a cute little shirt like this. So those are just few little new things. If you don't want to try something big, we do have the cutest little kits for socks. And then you can just get a little taste of the yarn. You can make the socks, or you can make a little scarf or something for a little one. And we have them in all different fun colors. We also have the adults one that you can knit, or if you don't have time to knit, from the same company, we got our socks. I have to open them, and they're completely done for you. You just go ahead, get them on our website. And you know what? September is gonna be here soon, and you're gonna be looking for the cutest little socks with your Birkenstocks. So you want something like this. They are so soft. The quality is unbelievable. So guys, go to our website. We have those. They're gonna last you for nice winter. You're gonna have a fall and a winter. You're gonna have fun with them. And they're 80% marine wool and 20% nylon. So they really feel nice. They're not scratchy. I don't like that. And this yarn, it is so soft, guys. You're gonna love, love, love this yarn. I pick and choose the most beautiful things for you. Now, Did I showed you the small roll bundle for fall? Shannon that does our little rolls, she's the one that usually cuts them and make sure that I remember that they're the cutest little rolls. There are 4.5 by width of fabric, so there are 1/8 cuts. Now let's talk about the lights, and we're gonna have a fantastic trunk show. And don't forget, if you want to learn MOA from me, get back to school September 2nd. You, me, classroom, and a lot of fun. You're gonna learn, you're gonna practice, you're gonna get homework every day. So you're gonna have fun with us, and in the end you're gonna graduate and we're gonna have awards, and I'm so excited for you guys for that. So if you did not sign up, join in, you didn't get your kit, didn't get your pattern yet, now is the time. Let's quickly talk about some background fabrics. So when I choose my backgrounds, I usually look for a beautiful design like this. I love the backgrounds that don't have directions in it. So this gives me that when I'm cutting my background, I can toss and turn it anywhere I want. And now notice this color in this background. If I would have to use this in my quilt, look at how much lighter it is, how much more contrast it gives me to my blocks. This is what I was talking about. You want to push your blocks, really contrast them, use a lighter background. I use the darker one because I wanted to be shy. I wanted to pull the colors back. And in this bundle, you do have some good example of the darker, like a Moatopia backgrounds like this. So now let's keep going. This kind of fabric would be one of my favorite choices for background. Another lovely background, I like this one. I don't know why, I always drawn to something that has a beautiful design in it and it's a little bit hidden, and with this gray tone on the backgrounds, it gives me a little bit more movements and very interesting. And if I don't put a lot of work to quilting, this kind of lines will camouflage that and really pull the quilting in for me. If I want to show off the quilting, I would be choosing something more plain, and I'm just trying to go through the fabrics, maybe something like this where it has just the simple polka dots on it, something more delicate, something more plain. I'm browsing through it. If I find another, oh, this one is also good one. Notice smaller design, less pattern, quieter design, nicer to show off a quilting on it. So those are just few of the ideas. Now I want to take this and just put it against the quilt so you guys see it again. Look at this, what the difference is, how much contrast you give to your quilt. No, but I think you are just ready for the quilts. I can tell. Let's make this show popping with some beautiful quilts. Oh, and don't forget, our Twinkle collection is on our website right now. Yes, we just stock it, and I'm sorry that one fabric already sold out, but we're gonna make sure we restock, and we will have more. This one light with the stars on it is sold out like incredibly fast. I'm so thankful for you guys, so thankful. But we're trying to be the first one out there to get our fabrics to you. So thank you for that you're shopping from us. And I always want to make sure that I inspire you with beautiful quilts. I'm making some room, and I hope you're paying attention to everything that we're doing. So my first question is, I'm showing you quilts, and somebody is gonna win at this gorgeous little charm pack. What day do we start our event? What day we start our back to school quilt along? Do you guys remember I told you what day we start Valley Range quilt along? This quilt, the background in it, I chose the quilts because I want to talk to you about some of the backgrounds. So notice it, how much contrast it is, the lighter color. Erin is gonna stop me once she gets the answer. I did not forget, jump from one thing to another, but I want to show you the quilts, and I want to make sure that the show keeps moving. So the lightness of the background really defy the patterns, makes a perfect canvas for the beautiful applique, but also gives a great platform for the machine quilting. Jimmy Wallen so kindly quilted this quilt for me. I am so thankful forever. He's done an incredible job on this beautiful quilt. He managed to capture my design but give so much personal beautiful touch to the background. I love this one. So that is a first one.
And while you're pulling out your next one, we have a winner for our first question.
I love that. Who is our winner?
So lots of people answering. Everyone is getting the correct answers, which I love, and I hope that means that all those people are going to be joining us. So, and if you missed it, I'll put the link in there again for the housekeeping blog. It'll show you all the things that you need, all the information that Edyta has already talked about. You can see both options for the kits that we can offer as well. So, but our winner was Dorothy Rainbow. Love the last name. And our answer was September 2nd.
Yes, September 2nd. Dorothy, congratulations. We are going to be shipping to you this gorgeous little charm pack. And for everybody else that did not win the charm pack, remember, you can go to our website and add the word deal for an extra 10% off. So now we're going to have another a question, and this time I want to ask you what video we posted yesterday on YouTube channel. Are you paying attention? What is the name of the quilt and the video we posted yesterday? And speaking of names, this quilt calls 9/11, and September 11 is coming up, and I have to tell you, when I pull this quilt, I always think of the time in our history, and to me, I had to do something to keep myself calm, and I start making this quilt. It's a New York beauty pattern, and we're talking about background, and notice all those scrappy backgrounds, how they pop those beautiful points, and the design. The quilt is hand quilted, and I just love this one. Now another quilt that I want to share with you was the Slow and Steady, and notice, if I would have had one fabric in my lights, I think it would have been very, it didn't give like that mix and match. When I look at this quilt, because of all the scraps, I see so much movement. I anchor the scrappiness with the red center, little tiny four-patch, have quite a bit of those dark Civil War ones for the dark area, but kept really nice mix of lights right here to give this quilt a nice design. If you crinkle your eyes, this is gonna really show nicely. And notice I tie my little four patches with my beautiful binding on this quilt. Do we have an answer for our question, Erin?
I think we do, and I think we're going to throw it over to Mike on Instagram.
Oh, I love that. Hi, friends on Instagram. I'm so glad we are so lucky we have. I'm sorry, Michael, I interrupt you. We're so lucky we have Michael, and I want to take a moment. Thank you, Michael, for making sure that we can tune into Instagram, Facebook, and all the other platforms, so everybody can enjoy this wonderful show. And I want to also say, Erin, you look beautiful today. As you were talking on the screen, I couldn't help myself. You look lovely. So good morning.
Well, good morning.
We work together, and sometimes it's so hectic, and during the show I get to glance at Erin, and it makes my day that she's here and help us make this show come to life. So thank you, Michael. Thank you, Erin, and it's so good to see you guys this morning.
You too.
And thank you to you guys for tuning in and wanting to watch our show and wanting to watch our trunk shows. If you have suggestions for shows, if there's something they're like, oh, I saw this, can you show this on a live show because I saw you see it on a picture or Instagram, or you want to learn about it, please email our customer service, and we make sure we prepare nice shows for you. So look at this quilt right now. Oh, Michael's telling us who won. I'm so sorry. Okay, Michael.
So we actually have a winner. It is Busey_Mary. So I'm thinking it's Mary Busey, but on Instagram.
I love that.
And it was Dancing Umbrellas. I almost forgot to give you the
Yes.
answer.
It was Dancing Umbrella, and you are gonna win this beautiful Fat 8 bundle from our English Garden collection. Look at how sweet it is. You're gonna have so much fun. And guess what? This bundle, perfect for this wonderful star. It calls Pathway Star. It's part of one of our books. We also have a pattern. So if you wanna, you can go ahead and grab a book and enjoy this bundle with it. So simple to do it. Look at those 60-degree triangle, and this one I had additional little leftover and I pieced it to make a full triangle because I made this out of scraps. I just sewed it together, then cut it, and then used beautiful backgrounds. I used the collection. This is one collection in this quilt. And notice the backgrounds a little bit more darker, taupeed, so you don't have as much contrast. So if you want to make a nice, fun, successful quilt, make sure you pay attention to your background, and that background will either push your color up or pull them back and settle them down. I'm gonna hide this so that when we ship it, now please make sure email us your address so we can ship it to the correct address. Now next quilt is my Dresden Star with the Dresden Star. Oh, what a wonderful, wonderful quilt. I love this quilt. It's one of my original designs, and what I've done with this one, I created this fun technique where I set in piece of fabric into this seam and create this wonderful point. I have taught this technique for over 20 years now to you guys through my workshop called Stars in Quilts, and it is one of the most popular and successful workshops that I teach. It's so much fun. All of it is just the pieces of fabric. You sew it, you flip it, then you set in this in the middle, and you get that extra glow. But if you have scrappy blocks, scrappy glow, you want something to tie everything together, and I pick something nice and simple. When I pick my blocks, I use a rule of 5. Big print, medium print, stripe, polka dot, small print. It's my rule of 5 that I developed many years ago. And when I pick my fabrics for setting pieces for my blocks, I do a similar thing. Notice, big print, medium print, some kind of stripe. Look at this. It doesn't have to be just lines. It could be those branches. Stripe. Look at, I have this design what it mimics like a polka dot, but it's tiny little flowers. From far away you just see little dots of color, and then small print right here. So this is something that maybe you wanted to use in your quilts. Good background that either pulls the color or push it forward, and remember the rule of 5. And notice this quilt right here. I want the blocks to melt with the sashings. I don't want to see much contrast between my designs. I wanted to keep it nice and simple and beautiful. And what I did is I used my lights in the flying geeses to make a really special. So this is another fun quilt, but again, it shows you directly what happened when you don't use a light. You pull the color, you mesh everything beautifully together, and it feels so comfortable. Sometimes you do want the contrast because you put so much work into your blocks and you want the stars to pop off the background. So look at this contrast and the beautiful stars that I set in right here. One of my all the quilts too, I'm loving that we're pulling those all the pieces out. Look at this, isn't that stunning? Oh, and this is just part of it. I can't open the whole thing because it's big, but guess what? I'm gonna post it on Instagram so that way you get to see it too. Remember, we talk about this applique quilt. It's in our Scrappy Fireworks book. I use batik as my background, and again, I want to pull the colors back and be a little bit more shy with the darks and blacks, and especially I'm using blacks and dark colors. So if I would have used something super light, the contrast would be too much. You want to evenly melt it together. My pinks are sinking in, but it's nice when you come to the quilt and you have something to find in it. You don't have to show everything at once in your design, but sometimes you do want to, and I wanted to show off those half square triangles and the backgrounds in the half square triangles really dancing and glowing on this beautiful quilt. This is a cover quilt from one of my books called Friendship Triangles. Many times I exchange fabrics with my friends, and all these fabrics I put into beautiful scrappy quilt. How do I anchor the scrappiness and craziness in this quilt? This one, the red position of the red kind of anchors down and prepares you for nice inner border, outer border, and organized border. One of my first fabrics that I designed from Moda. Fun, fun, fun. But look at this, what happened with the quilt and all the lights and how beautiful it is. You don't need a lot to make a fun quilt, just little patience, little time. And look at this, we talk about it, not always background needs to be light. Look what happened with your blocks, how much more the blocks pop to the front because I used a blue background. And I want to finish with this quilt because blue, one of my favorite colors. How do you like that banana? But we have one more bundle, and I have one more question for you guys. I showed you that gorgeous Twinkle collection. Can you tell me how many pieces of fabric is in the collection? I did not say that. You're gonna have to guess it or quickly research how many pieces of fabric we have in our Twinkle collection. And I want to show you Twinkle collection one more time because I think you would very much enjoy it. But before I do that, I want to point it to you that all our pre-cuts are available on our website. The pre-cuts from English Garden are gonna be available on our website, and they are on special right now with the code deal. And this quilt is made from jelly roll. So if you want this English Garden collection in a jelly roll would make a beautiful a quilt like this. So if you want to, go ahead to our website. Pattern is available on our website as well as through a book of the Patches of Stars. All right, I want to show you this collection because it is so stunning. First of all, only one light, but guess what? When you have a good one, one is enough. And this is a perfect background fabric, and I'm so glad we're finishing this show with this fabric. And I just want to show you, look at this. If I would have do light for a background, look what happened. It would completely disappear. Here the stars show so much better because I have this blue. But this light is so beautiful, so perfect for quilts like this with the tiny little stars that look like a little bit of a polka dot. Would be a perfect background for you guys. Now in this collection you have other fabrics, so if you do need something for a background like a gorgeous blue, look at this teal. Isn't that stunning? So you have such a great variety. I think the Twinkle is not only great to make the blocks, but I think if you need a yardage and a background, Twinkle may be your next favorite. So make sure you stack on it, because guess what? If you want to make Georgiana and you need a little yellow, I got you. If you want a little bit burn yellow, we have that too. Look at that gorgeous brown. Look at this. Wouldn't that be nice? Not for this one, but if I would have something that I needed that it has a little bit more color happening, I would love something like this to settle things down. Beautiful, beautiful fabrics. Look at this orange, the pinks. Oh, every single one. When I take it, I'm like, yep, I could use this give me 3.5 yards. And speaking of giving it, my favorite amount to buy it when I buy for quilts, and if I'm just buying it, I don't know the project yet, on average I buy 3 yards for my backgrounds. 3 yards is a good number. I used to buy 2.5, but then I end up always like, I wish I had a little bit more, because it gives you a room to be creative. Look at all those beautiful, beautiful pieces. I'm laying them out just so you see and you enjoy it with me. Isn't that stunning? Look at this, one after the other. All the greens, oh, for the holiday projects, all those fun green, and how crisp and colorful but very defined they are. Using the Twinkle collection to infuse extra color into your projects, number one. But if you want it, you saw it how this whole collection looks just by itself in a quilt, but I love to mix and match this with other fabrics. And you know me, when I design fabric, I make sure that all the fabric match with each other, so easily to take something like this and mix it and match. This one is even better. Mix it. Look at this. Look at, you need a background for English garden? I got you, girls. I got you. Oh, you need the background. You like the plum. Got it. Erin was looking. Oh, look at this. Isn't it beautiful? Look how nicely it picks. So this is what I like to do. When I choose my fabrics, I stay in a similar color sham, so that way it's easy to mix and match those wonderful pieces. But I have to tell you that teal would be great background if you wanted to make this star with this jelly roll from English Garden. Erin, did we have an answer for our last question?
We sure do. And the answer was 28 gorgeous new fabrics in Twinkle.
Yes,
and
you guys are correct.
Yes, and our winner was Rosie Nomad.
Rosie, congratulations. And guess what, girl? You're the winner of our Fat Quarter Bundle. We're going to be shipping it to you as soon as you email us your address. So please remember, go to our customer service at Laundry Basket Quilts and leave us a message with your address so we can ship you this beautiful, beautiful bundle. I'm so thankful. And I want to especially, I thank Michael, I thank Erin, but I have to tell you, this show cannot happen without our customer service. Our girls listen to the show. They make sure that everybody that wins door prizes, they get their door prizes. So for all of you guys, thank you to my customer service. Thank you to my staff. Could not do it without you. Today is one of those days that I stop and notice, appreciate. I notice all the time, but there are days that I notice more than ever how important it is to have all these wonderful people in my life, that I can go out there and have fun with you guys and enjoy you and quilt with you. But there is a team of incredible people that back me up to make sure that everything happens. So please join us for our back to school. We're working hard on blogs. We're taped our videos. We're working hard on packing and shipping your patterns and kits. If you want a kit, go to our website. Now is the time to put your order in, and that way you get it on time to be ready to go back to school. And I can guarantee you that we're gonna have kids when the school starts, so make sure you go now and enjoy and get one of those kits. Do we have any questions for me?
Yes, probably the most common question we got today was if we can just have a recap of the quilts hanging on your ladders.
Oh, I love that. So this quilt right here is from our book called Scrappy Fireworks, and I believe the name was Treasure Box. If I'm wrong, do not be mad at me, because it's one of my oldest quilts and I just forgot it. But it is in Scrappy Fireworks. It's incredible. Then this one is Flower Box. Egg Card is also from Scrappy Fireworks. So both of those quilts are from the Scrappy Fireworks book. Then this one is Petite Pelle. The pattern is available individual pattern, or you can get it through our book called Patches of Scraps. And we have two quilts that are from this book. You can get it as patterns or you can get it through the book. Then the quilts behind Erin, the first one is a farmhouse. It's our cover quilt from one of my first books I published. I did a friendship strips and scraps and friendship triangle. So this one is from friendship strips and scraps, and it's this beautiful house quilt. And then Georgina is next to Erin as well, and that is a pattern. Or you can get it through the same book. Then this quilt, the book's name is Patches of Scraps. In Patches of Scraps, you have incredible selection of quilts. I'm telling you, if you want the book, go to our website. We make sure we get all the books from Martingale before they went out of business, so that way we can provide you with those books. Do we have any other questions?
We actually had a wonderful question. You were talking about the little basket of scraps quilt.
Yes.
And Jennifer was wondering, how large of a scrap do you think you would need for every scrappy pail?
Oh, for scrappy pail?
Yes.
The best is cut from strips, and I believe the pattern is now under there. I'm just gonna look at it very quickly. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm hoping it's 4.5, maybe 5 inches with a strip. So if you cut a strip and then cut it, and we have templates for that pattern, so it's super easy to cut from any scraps, but approximately the strips are between 4.5 and 5 inches.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And then it looks like somebody was paying attention, and you may have, she wants to confirm, did you mention that a tea-dyed fabric would be coming soon?
Yes, I am so excited. We have a brand new collection that is gonna come out shortly, and it calls tea-dyed. And that fabric, I used a design that looks like a wool. Okay, but it's a cotton fabric, but the design, so it's like a herringbone kind of design. It is so beautiful, guys. The texture, the feel, the fabric. I have that collection coming up. Then Dahlia. Then we have our brand new collection. You can go to end of our website that you can see it. We have a brand new collection called Liberty. But the best news yesterday I got, guess what? Beach House is so popular. Andover is reprinting Beach House, and it will be available again in March. So if any of you guys own a quilting store, or you have a quilting store that you go to and they no longer have a Beach House, make sure you let them know that Beach House would be available again for purchase, because we are reprinting that collection. I am so excited because I want to plan some more projects. You know, like you get the fabric, you start playing, and it's sold out already. So this time we got the fabric, we're playing with it. There's so many beautiful projects that I want to do it. And we have a new book for next year coming out with patriotic quilts. And I hope that we can include Beach House in that book. It's gonna be so wonderful, so wonderful.
I love it. And that was it for today.
I love that.
Everyone, by the way, plenty of comments and just wows about all the quilts that you showed today in the little trunk show. So thank you.
I love that. Thank you guys for tuning in and seeing us today. We're gonna have a show next Wednesday, a live show for our Quilting Corner. We will not have a show following that Friday, next week Friday. I will be out of town. So Wednesday, I'm gonna see you again at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I can't wait. This is gonna be so much fun. Happy quilting, and have a wonderful weekend. I will be thinking of you guys, and you, I hope, think of me as I'm dancing at a wedding. Yes, I'm super excited. I don't get to go to weddings very often, so I'm really excited about it and can't wait to be there. But I'll be posting how I'm stitching my binding and thinking of you guys, and you guys have a wonderful weekend. Happy quilting.